Welcome to the Abolitionist Roundtable with your hosts Del, Phil, and Janice. Come on in and take a seat. You're invited to join the roundtable. Call 734-822-1600 to get into the conversation. And now, your hosts, Del Marsh, Phil Stargell, and Janice Daniels.
And good morning. This is Phil Stargell, and this is the Abolitionist Roundtable. We have a surefire hit this morning, and we've got some information that we want to give you, and we got some topics that we want to talk about. We're going to do a old-fashioned roundtable. We're going to discuss the weekly happenings because I think it was a spark-filled week with all of the information about Hillary Clinton, how her poll numbers are going south, and I mean south because that's about the only place that isn't really questioning her. What is it? New Hampshire has Bernie Sanders in the lead. And first of all, let me, before we get off into the nitty-gritty, we're going to say hello to co-host this morning. First of all, good morning, Mayor.
Good morning, Phil.
Good to see you this morning.
Nice to see you as well.
Are you going to attend the Dream Cruise today, later?
No, I'm not a car aficionado. I'm gonna stay home and cook some meals for my family.
Now that sounds like a winner to me.
Yeah.
What about you, Dale? Are you because we're a mainstay at the Dream Cruise.
Yeah, I guess the last couple of years we haven't attended, but I'm around this kind of stuff all the time. We had something in June, a car event, and no, I'm not gonna. But this year, I don't know if I'm gonna attend because I got some other stuff going on right now. But it's always awesome.
Oh yeah,
always.
I was looking at some of the streets that had some cars on, and in run up to the day. And man, there are some just absolutely beautiful old cars. Those were my heyday. Those were the years when I looked at those cars and really marveled.
Yeah.
Because they were so expressive. They had such character.
Absolutely.
The cars we have today seem to be. I don't know one car from the other. I tell you about me. I used to really look at the rivalry between Chevrolet and Ford as a thing of personal identity. I knew so many people that owned Chevrolets and Fords, and you identified those people because every 2 or 3 years they were going to get a new one. And today you get a new car, and the only thing you know is a new car. I don't know what they are.
They all kind of look alike. Yeah. Well, I like the fact that Michael Matea uses this opportunity, the Dream Cruise, to promote his defensive life.
We spoke to him, last week, 2 weeks ago?
Yes.
That was last week?
Yeah.
Was it last week or was it the week before? Yeah. Time flies when you're having fun, you know that.
Yeah. And so I probably will, I'm going to try to get out there, and I'll probably be speaking with him.
Okay.
Good.
So. Anyway, where were I? Let's see. We're talking about the round table coming up, and what we do. The agenda says that we're going to start it off with a little bit of Donald Trump, and the reason why is because I am not personally. He's not my favorite for president, but I certainly welcome him into this, 16, 17 people running for president.
Right.
All of them, in my estimation, are qualified. Maybe Lindsey Graham might be. But, if you want to talk about his credentials, he's had a long tenure in the Senate. And those usually are good things, but you know,
he was a congressman too.
Yeah.
So he's been around Washington a long time.
But being congressman, it's very hard to go from the Congress to to the presidency today.
And so people would consider him as somebody a part of the establishment.
Yes,
right.
Because he's been around Washington a long time.
I think a lot of the candidates seem to be good administrators, but I'll tell you what I'm looking for in a president is a visionary.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, that's why Donald Trump appeals to me, because he's a visionary.
Yeah.
That's why Ted Cruz appeals to me. He's a visionary.
Yeah. What I like is the respect and the reverence for the Constitution. That's why I look at guys like Walker. I look at Cruz. These guys have the thing that we need. Like I said, that reverence for the Constitution, because that is the thing that we need to depend on to bring this country back into the place where it was before 2008.
Before the Marxists took over,
I mean, the progressives, they hide behind that name, but they are just flat out commies as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely. Well, I like Donald Trump's street cred is what I call it, because when he says, I'm going to make America great again, I think he's got the track record to do it, because he's made such an enormous impact on American industrialism. And I just think that he doesn't have to lay out a plan, because he's proven. He's got the cred. He's got the credibility to do what he says he's going to do. So I like that. I do. I like that. But again, I've never heard him use the word Constitution yet.
Yes. See, and that's the reason why. Look, I look at Scott Walker, who is my personal favorite, and what he's done in Wisconsin. It was all because of what he thought about the constitutional effect of what would happen, and he says he wants to apply that technique, to the national agenda. Right now. Everything he's done basically is within that constitutional framework.
Right.
And especially with the confrontation that he's had with the unions. See, the unions are extra constitutional. They're like civil rights.
Right.
They're civil rights for big business.
Or big labor unions.
Big labor unions, but big business too, because they allow business to do things that you and I wouldn't allow them to do, in order to keep peace.
Right.
So, but anyway, I want to go ahead quickly. Derek, would you put on the Trump, and then after that, then go right into the other one. I think that'll be the better way to do that.
Okay.
Okay, listen to this, folks.
I would never give up my microphone. I thought that was disgusting. That showed such weakness. The way he was taken away by two young women, the microphone, they just took the whole place over. And the audience, which liked him, I mean, they were him. They're saying, what's going on? How can this happen? That will never happen with me. I don't know if I'll do the fighting myself or if other people will. But that was a disgrace. The way I felt badly for him. But it showed that he's weak. You know what? He's getting the biggest crowds, and I'm getting the biggest crowds. We're the two getting the crowds. But believe me, that's not going to happen to Trump.
Hey, y'all. Hey. So I'm here just talking to my African-American brothers and sisters. Yes. Now, listen. I see your frustration, and I can feel your pain. Yeah. But we can no longer take and parade the narrative Black Lives Matter in front of people when we don't feel like our own lives matter. When we take and we burn down our neighborhoods. Yes. When we take and we kill our brothers and sisters. Yes. When we rob from them. Yes. When we do destructive things, what we're telling people is we don't care about our own lives, and sometimes that's why people people can't care about us.
That's right.
Now, what I want you all to do is to take that energy and channel it behind someone that I know that care about all lives. And that's Mr. Donald Trump.
That's right.
Look, he is working to bring jobs back to this country.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, you have jobs keeping their jobs over here, companies keeping their jobs over here for people like us, so that you can become employed, and not only would you just be surviving in this country, but you should also be thriving in this country. So I'm appealing to you to get behind the candidate, Mr. Donald Trump, that's going to do something for you, that's going to give you a hand up instead of a handout, baby.
That's right.
Well,
I love those two ladies.
That ought to shake everybody up this morning with a cup of coffee. Huh?
Yeah, exactly. Well, you know, those are the two ladies that complained about Megyn Kelly attacking Donald Trump. Yes. And they did a wonderful job. They have this YouTube clip where they're yelling at her, at Megyn Kelly. And they correctly said that Rosie O'Donnell started that fight when Donald Trump called her a fat pig or whatever he called her. I just think those two ladies are classic.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I got 6 kids, right?
Right.
I got 1 out of the 6 that is pretty much conservative. The other 6, we homeschooled that one. That's the youngest. The other 6 went through the education system, and the other 5 went through the education system, and they are Democrats. And but my second oldest daughter said she likes Trump.
Yeah,
and I almost fell off the chair.
Interesting.
I could not believe it. Yeah. And so I'm saying, this guy's really tapped into something.
Yeah, he really has.
And so, if nothing else, and I expected there might be a crack in the dam by now, but it doesn't appear to be the case. It seems to me that he's not a flash in the pan. He is the real deal, and he's going to have to be dealt with. And the people, that means that whoever wants to challenge him for the front runner and for the presidency is going to have to shoot from the hip and shoot straight.
Yep.
Because he is not with this political correctness, which I love.